Chase Lucas is joining us. Thank you, Chase, for the time. We'll still use the raise hand function on this. And Trevor, you are our first question.
Hey, Chase, good to see you. I know at the end of last year when you decided to come back that one of the big reasons was your leadership and the opportunities that you could provide for the younger guys, and obviously a weird offseason. Just what was your approach the last couple of months getting ready for this moment and where you're at right now?
Really, I just been locked in, man, honestly, on and off the field. Like you said, I really wanted to come back and just be like a leadership role to the team, to the younger guys, and also I feel like I could improve my game. So these past couple months, man, I just been real locked in on my technique and, getting bigger for the season and then just helping out the young guys, like you said.
Jesse.
Hey, Chase. So just the new defensive scheme, what do you like about it? What's different?
I don't want to give too much away on the defense because we got USC coming up. So, but all I can say is I love it, man. I love the things that are transpiring with Marvin Lewis and Antonio Pierce as the defensive coordinators, and a bunch of guys like Jack Jones. He's taking everything really, really serious, and a bunch of the younger guys and Shari Crosswell and AP's son DeAndre. He's doing amazing, and like I said, man, we just ready to roll with this new defense.
Michelle.
Chase, wanted to know what it's been like working with Jack and watching his growth and development since he's come to this school.
Oh man, I love Jack like a brother, man, and just seeing where he was to where he is now is you can't give anything other than credit to God. You know what I mean? And but him maturing is like a dog, man. Really, like every day he's getting bigger and better, and every day he's getting smarter and wiser. And I think with me and him on the field at the same time, and going over techniques with each other, I think we're just going to be unstoppable this year.
Can I ask a follow-up question real quick? Did you ever think about opting out like some of these other guys in the conference did? Did that ever enter your mind?
No, ma'am. I've always knew like I wanted to play, especially with me coming back. I didn't care how many games we played, if it was 1, 2, 3. I just wanted to get some film out there. And then but as far as other people opting out, man, I support their decisions. It's a hard time that we're playing in with this COVID situation, so I don't take nothing back from anybody. I just feel like you gotta, whatever you're feeling, the way you feel, that's what you gotta go with.
Trevor.
Chase, you guys are obviously really experienced in the secondary, but who have been some of the younger guys that have stood out to you so far as you got underway in practice, and why?
Oh man, Ed and Mason, TD, he's doing a fantastic job. Some of the safeties too, like KJ Jarrell, he's playing great, just trying to understand the defense and everything and the schemes of things. And then I like T. Lee, man. T. Lee, he's been doing a really, really good job with a bunch of the positions that he's playing, you know what I mean? And trying to create that role like that that he could be a real good ball player, and I think that he's done that so far.
Doug.
Good to see you, Chase. Johnny Wilson has gotten some attention just in these Zoom calls the last couple of days. As a corner, I don't know how often you've gone up against him, but how difficult is it to defend someone who's 6'7"?
Oh yeah, man. I think that's the biggest thing with me and him. I try to line up on him as much as I can, because at the end of the day, he's gonna make me better and I'm gonna make him better. But like you said, man, it's hard to guard a dude that's 6'6" that can move and is very, very talented. So with him, I just love the fact that he's a ball player. He doesn't talk much. He always has a smile on his face, and he's just ready to get to work. And same with LV, number 3. They're both doing fantastic jobs, coming in, learning a new offense and competing with us older guys. And I just love it, man. I think the competition that they brought to Arizona State is unmatched.
Alex.
Hey, Chase, with having just so many returners coming back in the secondary, how have you guys sort of stayed sort of connected throughout everything, and is having a veteran secondary helpful as far as like picking up where you guys left off in the spring?
Yeah, I've been here, I've been here for 5 years. I've started for the past 4 years, man, and I feel like every year I keep hearing like, oh, you got more experience. You got more experience. It's like this year I feel is way different with people that didn't even play here. Like I was talking about T. Lee, Jack only being here 1 year, DeAndre coming in. I feel like the thing that's helping us is we all got a great connection. You know what I mean? I can get on a younger guy and he's not going to say anything back to me. He's just going to say, yes, sir. And vice versa. If he sees something in my game, I'm going to just take it with a grain of salt, keep going. You know what I mean? And I feel like that's the level of respect that we have in the room. And then when you got a great ball coach like C. Hawk, man, it's just that's the bread and butter. You know what I mean? We just all have a great connection, all have a great relationship. And I think that's going to transpire to making big plays on the field.
Bull.
Hey, Chase. So in the spring, you said you were working on being more vocal at practice. I was just wondering if there's anything that stood out to you over these past few days that caused you to speak up.
Oh, yeah, man. Well, with me, like I said, I've been here longer. You know, I had a head coach that was very, very strict in Todd Graham and didn't let a lot of things, you know, just go underneath the rug. And so, like, with me, I just needed to tell, like, the young guys and some of the dudes that weren't taking it that serious, like, man, look, like, you might not be taking this seriously, but the guy right next to you is, you know what I mean? And if you're not going to put your 100% effort into your man and just being late and all that, we don't need you here. So that's like the main thing that me, like, I like to lead by example, but when I start seeing things that are going wrong in the culture and wrong in the football stadium, I got to correct it. And I feel like I haven't had to do that. You know what I mean? I had to say something a couple times. And I think that's a great thing about our football team. You only got to say it once and everybody else just falls in line.
Jacob.
Chase, as somebody who's been here for quite some time already, and you've had the opportunity to observe different offenses that have come through ASU and to practice against them, what stands out to you about Zach Hill's offense, and what have you noticed about the personnel that he has to work with as a defender going up against them?
Man, that's a great question. I absolutely love Zach Hill's offense. Hands down, probably one of the hardest, trickiest, but most simple offense that I've gone against. And the one thing that I really love about it is that they got a whole bunch of weapons. And then you got a quarterback like J5 at the helm. It's really it's gonna be a good 6 games. That's all I can say. I don't know too much. I can't really spill too much about it, but I just know that, you know, this year your guys' heads are going to be turning with Frank Darby on the deep balls and the intermediate routes, with Chip getting the ball in the running back position and JD throwing dimes. I just think that it's going to be a real good year for us.
Trevor.
Chase, in the spring, you called Coach Hawkins like a bigger brother to you guys. I'm just curious, in the last couple of months, as you've gotten to be in more meetings with him and just be around him more, what's his style like as opposed to previous position coaches you've had?
I take my answer back. I don't even look at him as a big brother. I look at him as like a coach that I've been with my whole life. You know what I mean? Me and him have a really great, bold connection. And, you know, with him playing with Jack Jones in the secondary at USC, it's the same thing. You know what I mean? And the one thing I was really shocked with Coach Hawk was that he knew everything. You know what I mean? All defenses, from the safeties down to the nose tackles, he knew every position. So with me and him getting together and talking after practice, calling each other every day, texting each other, he's just making me better, man. And I'm not gonna lie, I think he's making the whole defense as a unit better.
Jesse.
So Jacob kind of already asked about this, but yesterday I talked to Ricky Pearsall, and he said that, you know, guys have been coming up to him in the locker room and just saying, like, man, that I hate y'all's offense. Like, it's super difficult to cover. How much of a problem do you think that the offense will be, you know, to opposing defenses?
They're going to be a problem. It's going to be a problem, man, because they're giving us problems, but we're giving them problems too. So, and I think that's going to be the best thing. Like, they're not going to see a defense like ours, and I'm hopefully we don't see no offense like them, because, like they said, like, it's hard to cover something where you're constantly moving. You know what I mean? Shifting, looking at things differently, trying to dirty secondary eyes. And that's a game that you got to play with the receiver and the quarterback. So I feel like, man, like I said, they're gonna do big things, and especially with the addition of Chip, LV, and Johnny. You know, it just looks like the sky's the limit.
Gabe.
Chase, you guys were one of the better teams in the country last year in terms of forcing turnovers. What, with a different scheme, has to be repeated to have the same kind of success in that regard?
I honestly just think it's a mindset. You know what I mean? I feel like last year we all just came in like, man, you know, we haven't really played together, but we're gonna get the ball. You know what I mean? And now, whereas it is to this defense and to our coaches and to us, like it's like, man, now we've been playing together. We know everybody's play styles. Now it's just time to go get the ball and do it with efficiency and just keep doing it consistently. And so, like I said, man, Marv and Coach AP, they're doing, man, everything right. They're doing absolutely everything that I wish for in the defense. And I'm really excited and really pleased that I came back and honored to be, you know, looked at as a leadership, like a leader on this defense, man, really.
Alex?
Hey, Chase, so Chad Johnson the other day, like, tweeted out a picture, I think, or a video of you guys hugging. What sort of led to that, and what was that moment like?
Oh, man, man, you know, Chad, man, he's a competitor at all phases, you know, whether it be golf, whether it be, you know, thumb war, it doesn't matter. So, you know, him being who he was messaging on Twitter, you know, saying like, oh, he wish he could come get reps with us on one-on-ones and all that. So I messaged him. I'm like, man, look, whenever you get some time, you know what I mean, bring them gold cleats, come outside, and, you know, we can get the one-on-ones. And he loved it, man. He loved the type of swagger and all the type of confidence that me and Jack played with. So, you know, when he came out, he was like, I'm going to be on you all day, 24. I'm like, who's this? I look over, and it's, you know, it's one of the greatest wide receivers, in my opinion, to play the game. And, you know, it was cool to just have that moment with him, get a big hug from him, get some information from him, and, you know, just really for him to say that he loved the way I played, it meant a lot to me. So I just feel like I need to keep buckling down and just make him proud, you know, and just keep going.
All right, 3 more questions. Doug.
Chase, you mentioned Jaden a few minutes ago. What's been the biggest change you've noticed in him just from last year to this year?
Oh man, that's a good question. Honestly, man, last year I just saw a kid that just wanted it. You know, he was a ball player. The dude knew what he was doing at all phases. Now I see a ball player that wants to he just doesn't only just want it. He wants that number 1 pick. So with him, Zach Hill, and you got a head coach like Herm, man, dog, he's going to be a real big problem. I don't know why people think Slovis is better than him. I don't know why people think anybody in the country is better than him. He's a good player, man. And I think with the type of confidence that he has and with the type of weapons that he has, you guys are going to be seeing him on the AP All-American list, man, for sure.
Trevor.
Chase, both you and Jack were very candid in the spring how you wanted to be the best DBs in the Pac-12 this year. And obviously talent has been there for you guys. You've been through it. And just considering your individual experiences and what has brought you to this point, how much is there a sense of urgency with you guys just about setting the tone and doing what you have to do to get prepared for this season and then what's in the future ahead for both of you?
Man, every day. That's everyday thing, man. That's if I got to call him early in the morning, if he got to call me, we're constantly calling each other, constantly going over film with each other. I can't even tell you how many times that we had, had to go over things after practice because we wanted to get everything in such a good spot for each other. You know what I mean? And I think, going forward, it's just like the more consistent that we are, the more that we can see things and with our peripheral, seeing 1 to 2, 2 to 1, the quarterback, I think the better that me and him are going to be. And I told him, I said, man, look, if you keep your side locked down, I keep my side locked down, we're going to see each other in the top, top 10, top 15 in the first round. So I'm just, man, like I said, I'm excited for myself, but I'm really, really excited to see what Zero's going to do this year, man. He's a great ball player. He got great instincts, and I can't just help but praise him because he's helped elevate my game 100-fold.
Last question, Jacob.
Chase, that's a good segue into my question here, and that is, what are your expectations for yourself and for the defense for this year? Where do you want to see yourself, and kind of what do you think the group should be able to achieve this year?
Man, I honestly, I've been trying to just pound it in everybody's head out here, man, that, you know, you're not bigger. Nobody's bigger than the team. You know what I mean? Nobody's bigger than the team. I don't care if you made an interception, a great touchdown, nobody's bigger than the team. And I think with me, it was like I had personal goals last year, and it was making me selfish. It was like, okay, now I'm looking at just doing this. I want to just be this. I want to, you know, get in this position. Where now it's like me, I'm thinking about everybody. It's like, okay, I hope that he's in a position to make a play so I can make a play on my end. You know what I mean? And me personally, my personal goals, man, I just want to be the best player that 24 can be. You know what I mean? Whether it's tackling, whether it's coveraging, whether it's intercepting the ball, and then just being an all-around team player. You know, you're going to be seeing me on special teams, all phases of special teams. You better not see me on a defensive snap where I'm not playing. You know what I mean? And I got so much bottled up from these last 4 years, man. I'm just ready to just let it all out on the field, man. That's really it.